actively doing as much as you can to save our planet, or do you doubt that you have an impact on our environment? Stay tuned on 208 News to learn about climate change, the effect it has on our world today, and how it could cause problems for future generations. I'm your host, Lily. And I'm Ariel. Today on 208 News, Marcin presents its annual disaster auction. The Marcin Disaster Auction helps raise money for people in the community that need help getting back on their feet after a disastrous event. The disaster auction usually raises about $50,000 to $80,000 a year. This event is hosted at the American Legion Hall in Marcin, Idaho. Items provided by the local community get auctioned off for the highest bidder. There's also a dinner provided for the attendees. Marcin's elementary students sell raffle tickets for a raffle hosted at the end of the disaster auction. It encourages people to come. Marcin's FFA chapter also gets involved in this event. Here's more about FFA's involvement in the Marcin disaster auction.
Emily, how is the FFA involved in the disaster auction?
Well, FFA members are actually asked to walk around with the auction items, help serve food, and the Marcin FFA also actually donates auction items for the disaster auction.
And how have you personally contributed?
Well, it was 2 years ago last time we had the Marcin disaster auction, and I actually walked around with the auction items and helped around.
And why is it so important that the FFA members help out in the community with the disaster auction?
Well, I think that Marcin FFA as a whole promotes community service, and the FFA actual organization definitely wants you to have community service skills. And so I think that as FFA members, we feel it's our duty to give back to our community.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Climate change and global warming have been ignored by many people, but in today's world, they're starting to affect our planet. Because of global warming, the temperature of our planet is rising. This increase in temperature is melting the polar ice caps, causing more water to flood our oceans, which decreases our coastlines. Within just the past century, our global sea level has increased by 8 inches. And just in the past 20 years, the rate of sea level rising has doubled that of the past century. Now the question arises. What is causing climate change and how do we stop it? Well, according to researchers at NASA, climate change is caused by the greenhouse effect. This is where certain gases trap heat radiating from the sun in the atmosphere, causing our planet to heat up. Some of these gases include water vapor, carbon dioxide, nitrous oxide, and methane. Humans have made a big contribution to the amount of greenhouse gases in the air. Burning fossil fuels like coal and oil have increased the amount of CO2 in the atmosphere. There is really no way to stop climate change. If humans were to completely stop releasing greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, the global temperature wouldn't start decreasing until many centuries later. We've already set climate change in motion, and at this point, it would be very hard to stop. Well, that concludes today's biggest stories on Marcin's disaster auction and how climate change is affecting our planet. Thank you for tuning in to 208 News, and we'll see you next time.